Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as always, we'll be talking about our weekly Torah portion, Parshas Shemot, but not as always, because probably you understand that it's not only the title of our weekly Torah portion, it's also the title of the second book of Torah that we begin today. But it's very sad Torah portion. In this weekly Torah portion, we actually begin our oppressive Egyptian exile. And there are many explanations how we actually got to that exile. We're probably familiar with the famous Medrash Tanhuma that tells the story that Pharaoh decided to invite all the Jews to work on Shabbat, and the Jewish people were debating to go, not to go. Shabbat on one hand, Pharaoh on the other hand. And some people most of the Jewish people decided, we will go, but we will not work. We don't want to embarrass Pharaoh and make him feel uncomfortable, and then he will revenge us. So they came, but Pharaoh himself came and he took the baskets and started to create those stones. And the Jews saw, if Pharaoh is working, we will work together with him, make a lot of stones. And then Pharaoh said, okay, from now on, this is how you will work every day, including Shabbat. Say, what about religious people that stayed and didn't come for Shabbat? Say, okay, for them, Shabbat is important. That's why they will be your clergy. And you will work and be enslaved. This is how the tribe of Levi was never enslaved, because they didn't go to work on Shabbat. So Pharaoh knew Shabbat, there is something about Shabbat and the Jewish people. With this Shabbat, it's impossible to enslave the Jewish person. And then there is another Medrash in the book of Medrash Rabbah, Shemot Rabbah, that kind of enhanced the story. It tells that the Jewish people were very much integrated in the Egyptian society, even before the oppression, but once a week, they were leaving everything, going back to their homes and celebrating whatever later become called Shabbat. Now, let's remind us that the idea of the day off, one day a week off, that today in Islam it's Friday and Christianity is, most of Christianity is Sunday, became part of the general culture only in the first century before the current era. Back then, it was complete abomination. But the Jewish people were coming back home, eating Coolant, drinking good Scotch, and reading the scrolls with the promises of God to Abram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov about the promised land and our freedom and our independence. This is what kept us going, because when Shabbos was over, after the good chant and the Scotch, those scrolls, this was not Torah yet, was giving us this feeling of a self-identity, national identity, that we could take through the week together with the chant and Scotch, that we were looking forward for the next Shabbat to come back to Shabbat table, read the scrolls, and eat chant and drink Scotch. And Pharaoh said, we have to do something about it. And he creates special Jewish units that come to our synagogue and they say, no, now this is a forbidden literature. You're not allowed to read the Torah. You're not allowed to celebrate Shabbat. This happened not only in Egypt, throughout the history. The same thing brought to our assimilation and then oppression. Is it in Germany, in Spain, in Greece, in the former Soviet Union? And the Jewish people, without chant and Scotch, was very difficult for us to remember with a good taste of Shabbat what those scrolls said. It was very difficult to keep our Jewish identity. Today, Baruch Hashem, we're living in a time when nobody takes this forbidden literature that is called Torah from us. It's accessible. It's accessible with 2 clicks and 1 click on your computer, or just a glance on your cell phone and a synagogue around the corner. But we say we don't have time for Shabbat. We have more important things to do. We have the business to build, the education to give. When we retire, we will buy this book. But ladies and gentlemen, without Shabbat, and Shabbat, this is a chant and Scotch, those scrolls will not create our Jewish identity or reignite our Jewish identity. So bring chant and all the other goodies and a good Scotch, and then we will be able, with the books of Torah, to create, to recreate, to resurrect our Jewish identity. Thank you very much. Shabbat Shalom, and I see you next week.